listening to Opie and Anthony. On the virus, Sirius XM.
Hey, we gotta say hi to Steve-O. Look how fucking healthy Steve-O looks. Holy shit.
It's not even the same guy.
You still sober?
Yeah.
He looks it.
You fucking look it.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to talk to you this way.
He's wondering who the fuck we are.
You do know you've done our show many times, right, Steve-O?
Of course.
All right. Wow,
Fuck
man.
yeah, dudes.
Wow,
Steve-O
man.
looks fucking good.
Yeah, look
Thank
at
you,
you.
man.
You look very healthy. The hair. I saw Steve-O the other night. We bumped into each other. We were out, and we talked for a few minutes. I was like, this is not the same fucking guy.
No.
Well, I was on stage at the Gene Simmons roast, and I turned around. He was gone. Like, we had a thing. He had to leave.
A thing.
Steve-O had to leave.
Had a thing.
And
so what, we don't, have you for that long, obviously, but what?
Hey, I'm not in a rush. You guys are friends, and fuck everyone else.
Nice. I like the way you think.
Right.
Yeah.
Steve-O used to sleep in our hallways and stuff. We go way back.
True, man.
Well, did you give him
man.
a blanket? Were there any cushions? Nothing on the floor?
He showed up early once, and all of a sudden he's like, he's cool. He said he's going to take a nap, and he was just sleeping in the hallway for like an hour.
Yeah.
That
Do you
sounds
remember
about right.
this stuff?
I don't remember it, but
That's
I
all right.
sure don't have trouble believing it. Hey, Jackass 3D, it's so important to me. It's been so important to me to prove that sobriety hasn't turned me into a boring, lame pussy. And, and so, is it easier to film a Jackass movie sober? Not at all. But, it's maybe a little tougher,
Right.
But it's so important to me, like I said, to prove that I still have it in me. That even though I'm dreading all this stuff more than ever, I'm also more eager than ever to do it.
Yeah,
So
you must have a lot more. Obviously, courage comes with the booze. So, you would just, or drugs, you hop in a fucking porta-john with a bungee cord, and you wouldn't think twice about it. Now you got to have a certain anxiety level, I would think.
And it just makes for great footage. You know? It really makes I'm in this new movie. I'm in Jackass 3D more than either of the two before.
Really?
Yeah.
You look petrified when that fucking...
I was going to say the honest is pure honesty. If he's totally terrified,
That's
right?
right. And then the other thing I just recently saw in one of the trailers, you guys play fucking tetherball in your underwear with a hornet's nest or a bee's nest.
Totally.
Yeah.
It looks sick. They're getting stung like crazy.
That beehive tetherball was great.
Beehive tetherball.
It sucks because I got it wrong. When we were filming it, I said Manny the Shark Man was there. He says it takes 100 bee stings to kill a man.
Oh, sure.
And these are
Unless you're
Africanized.
allergic, takes one.
Yeah, these are Africanized killer bees or whatever, and Manny says it takes 100 stings to kill a man, and I was like, dude, so the director says, well, we'll get 99 and then take off.
And they got an intern counting.
Yeah.
There's an intern sitting off camera somewhere going 78, 79, 80.
Yeah, but my reaction, I think they showed in the trailer too, man. He says it's 100 to kill a guy. And I go, but dude, we have 50,000 bees. I was mistaken. We had 350,000 bees.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was
Obviously, they don't have lawyers, right?
350,000 bees?
we had 350,000
Where were you?
bees.
How are you playing this?
We were in where were we? We were in Orlando.
Dude, it's sick. There's a pole with a rope and a fucking giant bee's nest on it, and then they're smacking
With their hands?
With their hands, just smacking it and fucking getting stung and smacking it. It's hysterical.
And I remember too, I remember that when they hadn't assigned anybody for that, and they're like, "Hey, so who wants beehive tetherball?" I'm jumping up and down, me. It was great, man. The first thing you see me do in the movie, I'm standing there getting ready to be hit in the balls with a baseball. Like a baseball, and it's just really, it's evident that I'm just dreading it because I introduced the bit. I say I'm Steve-O. All I have to say is I'm Steve-O and this is T-ball, and what comes out of me is I'm Steve. Why do I have to be Steve-O? Again, really honest. And,
Wearing a cup? Would you have no cup, nothing?
Free ball, T-ball.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Yeah, and man, it was great. There's so much good stuff.
Have
man.
you seen it in 3D?
I have, man.
You
Yeah, you see it in 3D right away because we actually had the integrity to shoot it in 3D.
Right. Integrity?
Yeah, that's exactly exactly what we have, and I would say that Jackass is what 3D's made for, man. You know, and technology finally caught up to us, and we took full advantage of it, man. Like, it's fucking awesome, man. Like, do you know what a phantom camera is? It shoots 1,000 frames per second.
It's like fucking fast.
It's great, man. It's great. Like,
You can get some ultra slow motion.
all the stuff that the naked eye can't see, like Lady Gaga. So if I did
Is that a Halloween costume? There's a little black girl dressed like Lady Gaga.
That doesn't make
Holy
sense.
shit. I got 8,000 jokes I can't say.
Yeah.
Goblins and all right.
But so yeah, we had the world's first 3D phantom camera custom built for us, and like just that all like.
Shit.
All kinds of stuff that the naked eye just doesn't see, like that you wouldn't even know about. Like we're like scientists, like revealing.
We're like scientists.
That's what it is. It's like science, man. Like you know, well, would this work? You know, and like we fucking find out.
That's what I think
know?
about. When I think of Steve-O, I think Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
You know, Copernicus.
There's another thing I saw in the trailer. It looked like because the things go by really quick in the trailer. Looked like someone's laying down. Fucking airplane flies over him and drops something.
Oh, they showed that in the trailer. Yeah. Incredible nut shots.
Now who is that on the ground?
That was Chris Pontius.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's Chris, and I don't understand how anyone gives permission for any of this shit, because the plane is fucking like 15 feet in the air,
Right.
and dropping something and trying to hit Chris with something
like,
dropped out of
We've
the
been at
plane.
it for a while. That's actually, I'm surprised that would be in a trailer, because that's
It's real fast.
That's going to be in Jackass 3.5.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, like we have, we shot
teaser.
2 movies worth of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Jesus.
And like, you know, the best stuff goes into the movie in theaters. So just to like to illustrate like how rad this movie is, I got it's like burns up the entire left side of my body, hospitalized with all these burns, like the whole left side of my body. I got my nose like horribly broken by Bam Margera. I got like a copper BB fired sideways through my nipple with a high-power BB gun. My nipple's a mess, and then the BB's still in there. And none of that shit made the movie. It's all in 3.1.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
My nipple's a mess.
It's a fucking mess,
You don't get to say that a lot as a guy.
No.
As a guy, you hardly ever get to say that.
It's an absolute disaster.
That's fucked. Steve, what was like? What was your? I mean, I think we've seen it, but what was your bottom where you said, "I gotta fucking get straight, man"?
You know, I had my intervention. Johnny Knoxville came and with the guys,
That was
the crew,
amazing to watch. By the way,
they stepped in. You know,
Did you resent them at the time for doing that?
maybe a little bit. I was. A little bit. Here, let me just show you my sad broken nose picture.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's
You do look sad.
yeah, right. You look like Barry McGuigan.
You look really sad.
Oh my God.
It's right. It's like Barry
It's
McGuigan.
like Forrest Griffin.
The most unskilled MMA fighter
you fucked
ever.
up. Your
Yeah.
nose is completely twisted.
Right.
Yeah.
It's way over to the side there.
did you explain how you fucked up your nose?
It was the Bam.
Oh, you said Bam broke it.
Yeah, Bam broke it.
Hitting you with something.
He snuck up behind me, fucking sucker punched me with his fucking his trick, you know, like he throws the water in your face with one hand and then punches you in the face with the other hand, you know, like so the 1,000 frame per second like a slow mo camera can see like all the water like coming off
Flying
the
off
face.
in slow motion.
The whole face comes off your skull and shit. So he did that, and like, oh man, I was so fucking pissed. I was like, dude, you broke my nose. I'm fucking like, I have the worst headache I've ever had in my life. I'm gonna fucking mace you. I'm gonna knock you down. I'm gonna fucking electrocute you all over the ground. Then I'm gonna kick you in the kidneys until they do you more fucking harm than good. And you best be afraid, motherfucker. Be afraid. And then like, you know, and Bam's like. Then I was sitting, I'm just stewing in this resentment, and I'm telling the director like what we need to do because we can't send the message to little kids that you can just dish it out for 10 years and never get it back. I'm like, we have to fucking tie him up to a pole and fucking time lapse it and just give him his own medicine for an entire day. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, wait, this resentment's killing me. Like I'm not God. I'm not the director of Jackass. Like it's not my job to deal with Bam's karma. So I just let go, and then 2 days later, Bam gets hit in the head with a baseball bat. You know, like, I'm glad he's okay, but I'd be lying if I said I'm not glad that he got fucking hit in the head with a baseball bat.
Holy shit!
Because he's okay, you know.
But letting go of that ugly allowed you to fully celebrate. Fully celebrate with no guilt or anything.
That's so great. You know, I said a quick prayer, and thank God he was paralyzed.
Holy shit! I've got to see this. And
It's gonna be huge.
I have not been to any movie, and I don't know how long. I can't stand going to the fucking movie theater. This is one movie I'm absolutely going to fucking see.
It's fucking awesome, man. And everyone that sees it is all of them. Everyone's, dude, this is your best one yet. It's like,
and the past two have been great. The second one, I thought I was going to piss myself.
It's great shit.
Fantastic.
You know, the measure of whether it's good or not, like anything we do, is really if like we're all standing around laughing our asses off. You know, like if we're shocked, if we're laughing, if like. You know,
you guys are doing it.
Then we've got it covered. You know,
yeah,
like,
if you can't breathe after doing something because you're laughing so hard, you know it's fucking working.
And it takes a little more each time to make us laugh. You know,
shit.
How much did it? One of the craziest things I ever saw was that fucking crab that grabbed you. What was that giant?
Yeah, it was a coconut crab.
Holy fuck! How would you
do
that?
Cut through coconuts. Fucking.
And it grabs your ass.
Yeah.
It's totally, the fucking wound.
I don't think that's as bad as an alligator snapping turtle. We had one that was like this fucking big, and we latched that thing on my ass.
Really?
That's like that's in 3.5.
I was going to say, in hillbilly culture I'm from, though, they'll think they won't let go till it thunders. That's what they said. That's how powerful they won't let go till it thunders.
Yeah, that's called bayou butt piercing.
Good God.
God damn. Yeah, because you did a lot of shit with animals in that Wild Boys series that you had.
Yeah, and you know, since I've become I'm really gonna probably bum you guys out here, but like I'm like 100% vegan now. Not that it's a real bummer. It's like a healthy thing to do, you know. But like 100% vegan. I'm all about like my rescue animals. Yeah, I've got like 2 dogs I rescued. Like
well, you got a lot of making up to do.
I do, man.
You got 300,000 bees you have to adopt.
I'm not so worried about bees. Maybe I'm vegan.
I'm vegan.
Yeah, like, but yeah, man, I haven't had a drink or a drug stronger than ibuprofen in 31 months and 4 days.
Wow.
I haven't smoked a cigarette in over 2 years.
That's good too.
I even gave up fucking coffee, dude.
Wow.
I can just stop jacking off to internet porn. You know? Like, I could be a candidate for singing.
Baby steps. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah, I love talking about like.
Is that a website?
Yes, it is actually. Yes, it is. It's for pedophiles with foot fetishes. It's called Baby Steps.
Fucking Steve-O.
So what was I was getting into a little bit of it before? What was it after the intervention that made you? Because obviously you have to say like,
right? Yeah, you can't make somebody want to get better. These guys showed up in my pad. There was 8 guys. It wasn't the kind of intervention where like the addict has like the choice of yes or no.
Right.
You know, this was
TV.
like, okay, we're taking you. Like we would be happy to kick your ass and tie you up and put you in the trunk, but you're going. You know, and they meant it. I'm not really a fighter. You know, so like they got me. They took me to the hospital. I was locked up on the 5150 hold, so I had no way. I was so belligerent when I got there, they changed it to a 5250 hold. So they had me for 2 weeks involuntary.
Wow.
And while I was in there, I remember like some people talking about sobriety, and that kind of thought, man, maybe, you know, maybe you can do something, and I don't know. And then all of a sudden, it just like kind of came to me. I thought, dude, I'm Steve-O. You know, like if I clean up my act, if I you know turn it around, if I learn how to live clean and sober, like the whole world will have to kiss my butt. You know? I'd run out of ways to get recognition. I just this is like truly my motivation. I was like, dude, I'm in a position where I could do a lot of good in the world. You know, like I could really like help a lot of people. You know, like because I'm Steve-O. You know, like so I came up with the idea to do the world a great favor while on suicide watch in a psych ward. and that's what it was. So I told him, I said, I'm ready to go to rehab. Off I went door to door, checked into rehab, and I was like, my first 3 months of sobriety, I was more arrogant and obnoxious than I had been on drugs.
Wow.
I was just like telling everybody like how great I was because I was leading by example, you know, like posting all my like rehab shit on the internet, you know, like it was just horrible. But I really did like take it seriously, and I did take suggestions, and like as part of like what's suggested, like I took an honest look at myself and my actions, and like at that point I'd been sober for like 3 months, and like really honestly like the fog cleared enough for me to see like what a douchebag I truly had become.
Wow.
And I got like totally, I felt like my actions were completely unforgivable, that I was just like such like a bad person, and I was just beating myself up and all like self-loathing, and I went and like I was felt suicidal. My friends took me to my second psych ward when I'd been sober for 100 days. So I was in the second psych ward, 100 days sober, and I was writing in my journal. I was writing suicidal thoughts and depression, and can this really be exactly where I'm supposed to be? I'm in a freaking psych ward, you know, like
holy shit.
And then I wrote like in the same little entry in my journal, I wrote, "This is what we call self-pity. Fuck." And I kind of called myself out. Like I got honest with myself, and I feel like at that point when I was like 100, like that was my bottom. That was 100 days into sobriety.
That's odd that like that far into it that you would then pick up, because like you said, the fog cleared.
Yeah, the fog cleared, and in that second psych ward, I feel like it dawned on me that the rest of the world is just fine, and it was me who needed the favor. You know, and that's where like the cart got behind the horse where it belongs.
You know what's fucked up though? Also, there's so much documentation of you being fucked up.
Right.
Like, is that hard for you to watch?
You know, like
the talk show appearance,
the Adam Carolla.
I mean, the Adam Carolla
that's
appearance.
fine. That didn't bother me, man.
Child's play.
We actually loved that one. So.
Yeah, that was my purpose. They asked me to do it. They said, "What stunt you can do?" I said, "What stunt?" I'll tell you what, for your little basic cable, you know, show. How about I get so as wasted as I possibly can? We'll see what kind of a breathalyzer score I blow, you know. And like the breathalyzer was like in the green room, like incessantly beeping because I had broken it with like, you know, like literally just blew it. Like I was.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
They're saying he's got to go. Iraq's driving me nuts with telling me he's got to go.
Fuck you, Iraq.
What, you got
man.
a busy schedule there?
They you know, it's just the weirdest thing, the way greedy people are about money, you know?
I know, bastards. But is it just hard to like watch yourself in certain situations?
I tell you, man, like, you know, you were talking, I think, about the documentary about my downward
It was
spiral.
amazing.
You know, that was difficult and uncomfortable.
Great TV, though.
But not as difficult, as uncomfortable by any stretch as Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, I bet. I believe that,
Dancing
sure.
with the Stars was the fucking
I bet.
worst.
Yes, I
Really?
totally. Yeah. I say every
man.
episode. My wife will lure me in there, and every time I'll watch for 30 seconds and go, with 88 weeks of training, I could never fucking do that. Ever, I would fall
gnarly,
down.
man.
Yeah, it's
bad, huh?
It's bad, but you know, it is what it is, man. Like I was such a public mess. I fell apart so publicly. Like, there's really like no way for me to be like sober and then have it be a secret, you know? Like,
yeah.
And I'll say this, nobody can guarantee they're going to stay sober for the rest of their life. My only guarantee is that if I don't stay sober, then I'm absolutely fucking screwed, because I know that I would pick up where I left off.
Oh, man.
And where I left off, I had nothing left to do but die, man.
Yeah,
Like, bottom line, man. I was at the end of the line. So I can only, you know, it's you know, like, one day at a time, like they say.
Yeah.
And today's a fucking great day. I'm super psyched to be here.
Dude,
Our movie
fucking
kicks
great,
ass.
man. Congrats.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
You know, keep going. And the movie's coming out Friday in theaters.
Right.
Jackass 3D. Unfucking believable. I gotta see this thing. It looks great.
Jackass 3D was my it was my quest to prove that sobriety has not turned me into a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone's gonna call me a pussy.
No, I don't think
and
so.
like, you know, and I was doing stand-up comedy like I was fucking around with it like 4 years ago, and I was loaded. Like I remember I'd come out and I'd say, I don't know if it's the amphetamines, the Xanax, the grass, or the booze, but I feel great. You know, like, and I was like telling the truth, like whatever, like was, yeah, like it went like pretty well sometimes, like it really went like really well a couple of times, and like other times were kind of disastrous. And now like to compare that to like the stand-up I'm doing now, it's so much better now. So like again, like it's for me to prove that that sobriety hasn't made me less funny, but I'm just so excited. Thank you, Jim.
Well,
for
they're
hooking
working
that
out,
up.
getting
It's on.
down to where?
So we're doing it at the Cellar.
Comedy Cellar. It's on
Great place.
McDougal and West 3rd. Esty said just to call her, and Keith Maresca, I think, has her info, and we'll get that to you
man.
easy.
Yeah.
Keep the cop.
Brilliant.
Very good.
So, okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. I'll get it after. Thank you guys so much,
All right,
man.
Steve,
It's,
thanks, man.
Come back,
Congrats.
Steve.
Absolutely.
I do like what I remember
great.
of you guys. Like that entire 5-hour session with D.
Oh, fuck yeah, with D and the cue ball on your head.
I did the fucking butt chug here.
The butt chug?
I did the butt chug video.
Yes,
The
the
beer
butt
bar.
chug.
Like years before it was. Like before that was cool.
What was Dee's famous line we play all the time?
About the gut.
I don't fucking a mule. You got a mule?
I don't know whatever happened to her, man.
She was hot. She was
I
hot.
worry
Man.
about her a little bit. But you know, you got to worry about a girl that answers the phone with a different name each time. You know? Like, oh yeah, this is so and so, and then the next time she answers the phone, she's a different person. Like that's got bad news written all over
that
it.
shit crazy. That's great.
All right, Steve-O, get out of here.
Man, thank you guys so much.
They need
Good
you
luck,
bad
man.
out there. Steve-O, fucking Jackass 3D in theaters this Friday.
Steve,
All
thanks,
right.
man.
Hey, for sure, man. Thank you.
Take it easy.
All right.
Hey, thanks so much.
That's great.
Fucking
Okay.
Steve-O.
He looks good, right?
I was
That
gonna-
looks real good.
Looks good. He
I was
looks
going to tell him,
healthy
you know,
as shit,
he,
man.
you know you're in the culture when my friends' kids do little stunts and they name them.
Oh, shit.
You know, you're over at my buddy's house and his 9-year-old and 7-year-old. This is called pumpkin in the head, and then they do their own little mini kid versions that always just ends up with one of them punching the other one in the balls or farting on his head or something. But when he was talking about getting ingrained, I'm like, you're ingrained when you got suburban kids recreating their own thing out there.
If you've never seen
huge.
Demise and Rise of Steve-O, holy shit.
Oh, yeah, check that out because it's fucked up, man. I mean, you were watching
I want to ask him
somebody-
about him fighting with his neighbor. That shit was amazing where he's punching holes in his own wall to get to the neighbor's fucking
Yeah,
apartment.
he was he was beyond out of control. Beyond
just
out of control.
destroying
He
his
would have died
apartment.
sooner or later, like
That's what he said.
uneventful death. It's better. She's so much better off now, man. It's great to see.
You know what it is, though? It's scary when you hear him say, like, you can't guarantee you're going to be sober. And he knows that if he goes back, he's fucking dead. He knows it.
Anybody that thinks being sober, like, oh, I know someone, I'm too fucked up to get sober. If fucking Steve-O can
Oh,
get
my
sober
God.
for
Yeah,
31 months and
Yeah.
and be really a sober guy,
Yeah.
he's not just not drinking, he's a sober dude.
He's taking it very seriously, too.
Anybody can fucking get sober. That's an example of if you want to get sober, you can.
All right, but the whole vegan thing, I mean, just knock that shit off. It's impossible to go to dinner with you fucking people. Oh, where do you want to go? Oh, let's go to the tofu
The man ate light bulbs. Let him make a healthy dietary choice. Do you understand all those years? Fucking ate cannonballs. Let him take care of himself.
Jimmy makes a valid
I love,
point.
how, I love how Jimmy's talking about sobriety and he's looking just at Anthony, by the way.
I know.
Laser
picked up on
beam.
that
Pretty much
one.
like,
Laser
hey,
beam.
Steve-O
beams.
did it, asshole.
Yeah.
Anyone can.
Wake up, stupid.
Yeah. Believe me, I'm looking at Anthony and my thumb is pointed at Vic.
You got both of them covered.
Oh, my God.
What do you think, Dr. Steve?
Dr. Steve.
Steve-O being inspirational. I mean, who would have thought?
Who would have thought of that?
Was actually, in all seriousness, very inspirational.
It was cool to see because
'Cause you could
last
tell-
time we saw him,
Oh, you
he
can-
was
We-
fucked up.
And I don't want to give names, but we've had people come in here telling us they're sober, and you can look, you see
Yeah.
right through
Oh,
them.
no, you
can
that
tell.
guy is fucking
Absolutely.
sober,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Toned and fit,
Yeah, he
man.
looks
He
like,
looks really,
he looks like
you know.
in shape. He looks like he's healthy. And
Way
shit.
better than the last time we
Fucked
saw
up.
him.
The Virus. Sirius XM.